Good evening, councillors, members of the public. I declare the ordinary council meeting open at 5:30 p.m. Please stand. I wish to acknowledge the Gadigal people as the traditional custodians of the land we're meeting on and recognise their strength, resilience and pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging. On behalf of the town of Port Hedland, the staff and council, I would like to express our condolences to the family and friends of Garryotta Elder Mr. Kerry Robinson, who passed away recently. Thank you. Item number 3, recording of attendance. This meeting is being live streamed and audio recorded to facilitate community participation for minute-taking purposes, which may be released upon request to third parties. In accordance with section 616 of the Town of Port Hedland local law on standing orders, members of the public are not permitted to use any visual or any vocal electronic device or instrument to record the proceedings of any meeting unless that person has been given permission by the presiding member to do so. Members of the public are also reminded that in accordance with section 617-4, the Town of Port Hedland standing orders, local laws, mobile phones must be switched off and not be used during the meeting. 3.1, attendance. I note the following councillors are present as attended is listed under 3.1 of the minutes, and can also welcome Jason Killer and congratulate him on his successful nomination as elected member to council. Welcome, thank you. 3.2, attendance by telephone, entertainers communications, there is nil. 3.3, apologies. CEO, do you have any apologies at all?
There are none, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. 3.4, approval of absence, there is nil. 3.5, disclosure of interest. Mr. CEO, do you have any disclosure of interest at all?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've received a number from Councillor Coles in relation to item 12.3.2, development application for the use of short stay accommodation. That's a financial interest. And also item 15.1, the item on the Port Hedland Yacht Club, a former social member, and I've received a similar declaration from Councillor Eckhart, from myself as CEO, and from the Director of Regulatory Services, all for item 15.1, all impartiality.
Okay, thank you, CEO.
Through the chair, if I may, also for 15.1, the Port Hedland Yacht Club as a social member.
Okay, thank you, Councillor. Impartiality. Yeah, great. Thank you, Councillor Billingham.
And for the record too, myself, yes. Exactly. So.
Councillor Christensen, yes. So the whole council. Almost.
Mayor,
yes.
15.1 is a very former social member.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Councillor Turner.
Working. Councillor Keller's microphone is not working.
Yours is on. And also myself, declaring impartiality for 15.1.
Thank you, Councillor. Yes, Councillor Bennett.
And the same 15.1.
15.1. Do you have any more councillors? Yes.
15.1, financial member.
Thank you, Director. Okay, that's all? Yeah.
I think that's all.
That's all, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Ash, you can sign that. Okay, item number 4, application for leave of absence. Mr. CEO, are there any applications for approved leaves of absence at all?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I've received 2 requests for leave of absence, one from Councillor Eckhart for the period 27 June to 8 July, and from Councillor Gillingham for the period 3 June to 12 June 2022.
Okay, thank you, CEO. Can we get a mover on those, please?
So moved.
Move, Councillor Turner, thank you. Seconder, Councillor Bennett. Is there anyone against that motion? All those in favour, show of hands. Thank you, the motion is carried. Item number 5, response to previous questions. Response to previous questions received at the ordinary council meeting held on the 27th of April 2022 have been provided to individuals and are detailed within the agenda. Item number 6, public time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity for members of the public to ask questions of council. Section 6.73 of the Town of Port Hedland Standing Orders Local Laws requires members of the public wishing to ask questions to complete the question form and place the completed form in the tray in front of the minute taker. If the presiding member determines that the questions and statements are out of order due to the use of expressions of objectionable expression and are defamatory, they will not be recorded, nor will they be responded to. I will declare open question time 6.1 open at 5:35 p.m. Mr. CEO, have you received any questions at all?
I've received none, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Members of the public, do you have any questions at all? Can you please come forward, state your name and address for the record, please? Thank you.
Good afternoon, John Ashton, 11 Spoonbill Crescent, South Hedland. I have a question here I'd like to ask. When can we expect the town of Port Hedland to apply to the Supreme Court for a judicial review regarding the emergency declarations and extensions as per our motions that were passed by absolute majority?
As you would be aware, only 3 of the 4 motions passed. The motion relating to budget was not passed. I've advised council that I cannot act on the first 3 motions until there is a budget to do so. So a further report and further advice will now be provided to council through a separate meeting.
So how are you going to go about that then?
The town will schedule another meeting and the item will be brought back to council and they can then determine a budget for me to act on.
Okay, have we got any timeline on that at all?
Not at this stage. It's subject to receiving further legal advice.
Okay, the legal advice. Another question, how are you going to make this happen as the council has given clear instructions through motions 1 and 2 at the special council meeting? How are you going to make this happen? This legal advice and this funding or whatever you're chasing?
Sorry, I think I've already responded to the question. Council needs to resolve to provide a budget and then I can act on the resolution.
Righto.
It's 3 questions. Thank you.
Okay. How are you, Mayor Peter, going to ensure we are kept informed throughout this process?
You'll be informed by council. Thank you. There are your 3 questions. Thank you.
Oh, is that it?
Thank you. Do you have any more public questions at all? Please come forward, state your name and address for the record, please. Thank you.
My name is Marion Browning and I'm at 225-233 Collier Drive, South Hedland. In relation to the last question, we would like to know when that would happen and how is that going to happen, that we're going to be informed via council.
You will be notified. Yes.
How?
It'll be on the agenda. It'll come out in a minute. It'll be advertised.
Okay. Can we please get a time frame when that special meeting can actually come forward?
As soon as we know, you'll be notified, correct?
Can we get a time frame, please?
As soon as we're notified, you'll be notified.
That's not a time frame.
As soon as we get the advice, you'll be notified. Thank you.
I'll ask the CEO, since you're answering the questions, can we please get a time frame?
I can't give you a time frame because it's subject to the advice that we receive in terms of when we receive it, but everyone will be notified because it will go to council as a meeting of council and there will be an agenda item and a report.
Yep. And when do we expect to get that advice?
I can't give you an answer to that question. It will be when the advice is ready.
And who have we
Thank you.
engaged?
Those are 3 questions. Thank you. Please sit
Who
down.
have we engaged in that?
Do you have any more public questions at all? You've had 3 questions. Thank you.
I've got one more question.
Sorry, you had 3 questions.
I
Thank
just
you.
want to know who have we engaged.
You had 3 questions.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you have any more public questions at all? Thank you. Please come forward. State your name and address for the record, please. Thank you.
Marie Graham, 41 Greatwick Street, Port Hedland. Through the presiding member, Mayor Carter, this question is for the CEO. Under what part of WA local government legislation, regulations or code of conduct and local standing orders are you able to provide a councillor with private, confidential advice during a motion being debated on prior to the vote, like you did last council meeting to Councillor Christensen before he voted against motion 3, which then made us, the electors, lose the motion.
Sorry, can you clarify the question?
When the motions were being put through on the last meeting that we had, there was a discussion between Councillor Christensen, and he actually went up and spoke to you privately.
Councillor Christensen was considering an amendment to one of the motions, and he was seeking advice on whether to lodge that amendment or not. He decided not to lodge any amendment.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I believe that that is collusion with that happening, because there's nowhere in the Gazette that actually says that with the standing orders. Is that correct?
No, my role here is to provide advice to council. I don't consider it collusion. I was providing advice in terms of procedure.
Okay. All right, I only have 2 questions. Question 2, I asked at the last meeting also, re the council signs which were seen on the side of the road last November 2021, with the information of the 4 incoming mandates for in COVID-19 vaccinations, prior to the release of the information to the state of Western Australia by the Premier Mark McGowan. Is the council working in collusion with the state government pushing mandates onto the ratepayers and community of Hedland because of the Premier's heavy economic reliance on our port?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No. Thank you. You've had the 3 questions. Please sit down. Thank you.
Norris, thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any more public questions at all? Yes, Adrian, please come forward. State your address for the record, please. Thank you.
G'day, Adrian McRae from 27 Leahy Street, Wedgfield. Mayor Carter, since no budget was allocated in the motions, or the motion failed in the special council meeting that we had on the 11th of May, I would assume that there would be some internal or internal legal action that can proceed. Would that be correct?
No.
Okay, so we're only going to use external legal proceedings. Is that correct?
Well, we're having another council meeting and another resolution come up regarding all those motions. Yes.
Okay, so my other question in that case is, it's been made mention by the CEO and now also by yourself. When would this next council meeting be that discusses?
Hopefully as soon as possible, as soon as we get the legal advice, as soon as possible, and everyone will be notified of that.
Okay, so that won't be in a month's time, the next ordinary council meeting, it'll be another special council meeting.
There'll be another special council meeting, correct? Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any more public statement questions at all? Yes, Pat, please come forward, state your name and address for the record, please. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Patricia Mason, Courier Elder for the Pilbara. I just want a question for all, that are we going to do something now? We got a new representative for Hedland, for the town itself, for the hospital facilities and medical assistance for our people, because too many of our people are being flying down to Perth and not be able to return until they pass away. I want to put that onto recording that we, as a Courier person, I'd like to see something done, and I want to know if there's anything already that's considered in that area.
Yeah, as you know, the health department is a state government issue, but as local, we need to try and make sure we get the proper health in our system for our elderly people and the whole community, and I agree with you, yes.
And I just want to make a statement. I'll congratulate everyone as a Courier person that have actually currently been elected, and I'd like everyone to consider that, take your job seriously. As a Courier person, I'd like to see everyone think of others, not only think about yourselves. And Mayor, I'd like to give you the opportunity to have a go, and whatever you do outside, I've been hearing a lot of yarns, And I reckon what's outside should stay outside and give you a chance to see if you can do anything for people like ourselves. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Do we have any more public's questions at all? Okay, I will close public question time at 5:45 p.m. Okay, 6.2, public statement time. I declare public statement time open at 5:45 p.m. Mr. CEO, do you have any public statements at all?
I've received none, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Members of the gallery, do you have any public statements at all? Okay, I will close public statement time at 5:45 p.m. Okay, 6.3, petition deputations, presentation and submissions, there is nil. Item 7, question for members without notice. Are there any questions from elected members? Oh, Councillor Gillingham, sorry, Councillor.
Yes, thank you, Mayor, through the chair. Just to bring up, if I may, last evening, our elected members had contacted me that to do with the motions that were moved and passed recently, that they had requested a round-table discussion. Last night, unfortunately, it was a bit of a short notice and couldn't take place. So I was able to get a message back to say that that was a little bit too short notice. But I'd like to ask if Council could consider as soon as possible, while you are waiting for the lawyer's information, if there's more information to come, that a sit-down roundtable with Council and a few of the elected members could come together and perhaps talk on what they could progress forward, what are the possible avenues. We obviously have lots of questions to ask, and they obviously have questions and possibly answers to give us at Council, and rather than wait until the end of June perhaps, or even if it goes into July, to perhaps get things moving where we can find out what is the information that we need to know if we're able to move forward. So if we could, in the meantime, while we're waiting to have that, the question is, could we have as soon as possible, if possible, where all councillors, if they're able to attend, that we could have a round table, sit down, not a formal meeting at that time, but just to get the ideas of what is happening going forward, because I do believe that there are other councils in Western Australia, and probably also in Australia, that are going down the same track as what our electors have been doing over the last couple of months. So that's my question for tonight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Gillingham. We'll take that. Thank you. Item number 8, announcement by the presiding member without discussion. The presiding members' meetings for the month of April 2022 are detailed within the agenda and are printed in the minutes.
Through the chair,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, there's at least 3 of your media interviews that are not there for the month of April.
You're saying I was there, I wasn't there?
You were there, but they're not listed.
Not listed. Was that with yourself?
It was.
We'll make an amendment on that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Item 9, declaration from all members who have given all consideration to all matters contained in the business paper. I invite all elected members to declare by a show of hands that they have given all due consideration to all matters contained within the agenda. Could I have a show of hands, please? Okay, thank you. Item 10, confirmation of the minutes of a previous meeting. We have office recommendation before us for the minutes of the ordinary council meeting held on the 27th of April 2022 as amended in a true and correct record. Can I have a mover, please? Move, Councillor Turner, thank you. May I have a seconder? Councillor Bennett, thank you. Are there any questions? Is anyone against the motion? As the motion is not closed, I declare it carried, absolute majority. We also have office recommendation before us to confirm the minutes of the special council meeting held on Wednesday, the 4th of May 2022, as amended in our true correct record. Can I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Christensen. Can I have a seconder, please? Thank you, Councillor Turner. Are there any questions? Is anyone against the motion? As the motion is not opposed, I declare it carried, absolute majority. Item number 11, reports from communities. There is nil. We have office recommendation before us for the minutes of the Special Council meeting held on Wednesday, the 11th of May 2022, as amended and a true correct record. Can I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Coles. Can I have a seconder, please? No. Thank you, Councillor Turner. Are there any questions? Is anyone against the motion? As this motion is not opposed, I declare it carried, absolute majority. Item 12, reports from officers. 12.1, corporate services. 12.1.1, 2022-23 budget schedule, fees and charges. We have an office recommendation before us that council endorse the Local Government Act 1995 S6-16 to adopt the 2022-23 schedule of fees and charges effective from 1st of July 2022 as per attachment 1. Can I have a mover, please? Okay. Councillor Christensen, thank you. Seconded, Councillor Zilke, thank you. Are there any questions? Is anyone against the motion? And as the motion is not opposed, I declare it carried, absolute majority. Item number 12.1.2, statement of financial activity for the period ending 30 April 2022. We have an office recommendation before us that council receives a statement of financial activity for the period ending 30 April 2022. Can I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Turner. Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Bennett, thank you. Are there any questions? Is anyone against the motion? As the motion is not opposed, I declare it carried, absolute majority. Item number 12.2, community services. There is nil. 12.3, regulated services. 12.3.1, Murrupinga pop-ups, expressions of interest. We have an office recommendation before us that council accepts the below applicant in accordance with expressions of interest for the Murrupinga pop-up parks. Oh, sorry, Murrupinga park pop-ups. Can I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Zilke. Seconder. Thank you, Councillor Bennett. Are there any questions? Anyway.
Through the chair, question for Regulatory Services. Do you envisage the possibility of creating a pop-up facility in South at some point? As part of the ASH, the activation of South Headland, or the JD working with young people?
As part of the the place planning activities that are going on, there will be pop-ups there, pop-up containers to do food and other activities and a lot of other pop-up activities. So that's going to kick off 1 August, and so come on down to South Headland.
And maybe, Councillor, just as a follow-up to your question, I think the intent is that we'll try a lot of things first in South Headland, and the feedback that we get, if they're positive, then we'll continue with.
Yeah, great.
Does that answer your question, Councillor?
That answers my question.
Okay, thank you. Okay, is anyone against the motion? Okay, as the motion is not opposed, I declare it carried, absolute majority. Sorry. The council accepts the applicant from Chief Bistro in accordance with expressions of interest for the Murrupinga Park pop-ups. That's all right? Yeah, motion, yeah. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's all good. Yeah, that's okay. 12.3.2, development application change for short-term stay accommodation, workforce accommodation at lot 2053, number 77 to 5095 Hamilton Road, South Headland. I believe we have a conflict of interest. Councillor Coles?
Yep, our financial interest into the 12.3.2.
Great, thank you. Can I ask you to leave the room, please? Thank you. Okay, we have an officer's recommendation before us that Council pursue the Clause 74 of Schedule 2 of the Doing provision in the Planning and Development Local Planning Scheme Regulations 2015. Provide the application for the change use workforce accommodation on lot 2053, number 77 to 95 Hamilton Road, South Headland, subject to disclosure conditions as in the advice notes. Can I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Zielke. May I have a seconder, please? Councillor Bennett, thank you. Are there any questions? Is there any against the motion? And is the motion not opposed, I declare it carried 8-0. Yeah, it's Councillor Coles back in, please. Thank you, Councillor Coles. The Council has endorsed that motion. Thank you. Item number 12.3.3, Business Community Plan 2022. We have also recognised before us that Council endorsed the Town of Port Hedland Business Continuity Plan 2022 as per Attachment 1 and endorsed the CEO to make any necessary minor changes to the plan as required. Can I have a mover, please? Move, Councillor Turner, thank you. Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Urquhart, thank you. Are there any questions?
Through the chair, I do have a question for either regulatory or finance, and that is, and it sort of relates to the ongoing work around audit and risk. There was a commitment to provide an update as to how we're progressing with all of the actions against the audits that we have completed. I believe that was going to be due at the end of this month. Are you able to comment on that? The status of that?
Through the chair, the status of that is that it will be available at the next Audit Risk Committee meeting, and it will go up for approval.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Is that all, Councillor Turner? That's all? Yeah, that's all? Okay, thank you. Is anyone else against the motion? Okay, as the motion is not opposed, I declare it carried absolute majority. Item number 12.3.4, acquisition of lot 524 Forest Circle, South Headland TAFE site. We have officer's recommendation before us that Council authorises the Chief Executive Officer to require lot 524 Forest Circle, South Headland for the consideration of $1, following the decommissioning of the Department of Training Workforce Development in 2024, subject to construction of a new Panemora workshops. Can I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Zielke. Can I have a seconder, please? Thank you, Councillor Killingham. Are there any questions? Is anyone against the motion? As the motion is not proposed, I declare it carried absolute majority. 12.3.5, Port Hedland Visitor Centre Quarter Report, Quarter 3, January to March 2022. We have an officer's recommendation before us that Council receives a quarter report from the Port Hedland Seafarer Centre Inc. for the management of the Port Hedland Visitor Centre for the third quarter, January-March 22. Can I have a mover, please? I thank you, Councillor Gillingham. Seconded, Councillor Urquhart. Are there any questions?
if I may.
Yes, Councillor.
More a comment, if I may, for
Yes,
the Chair.
Councillor. Yes.
This visitor centre, I think, has been the best run that I've known in a long time. So I'd just like to say congratulations to everybody there, to the Seafarers Centre and the operators of the visitor centre. It's become a very user-friendly place, and they had a really good market there on the weekend. So I'd just like to say that this is working really well. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Councillor.
I'd like to endorse those comments as well.
Sorry?
I'd like to endorse those comments, Councillor Gillingham.
Okay. Thank you, Councillor Urquhart. Is anyone against the motion? Also not opposed, I declare it carried absolute majority. 12.3.6 Award of Tender RFT 2122-24 Security Services. We have office recommendation before us that Council accepts the below tender applicant in accordance with tender 2122-24. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Zilke, thank you. I have a seconder, please. Seconder, Councillor Turner, thank you. Are there any questions? Is anyone against the motion? As the motion is not opposed, I declare it carried absolute majority. 12.4 Infrastructure Services. 12.4.1 Wedgefield Master Plan Strategic Direction Route 1 Development. We have an office recommendation before us that Council receive and note the attachment Wedgefield Route 1 Option Assessment Report as per Attachment 1 and Council endorse an advanced opinion. 1. Full RV10 compliance for the Route 1 as preferred design option. Can I have a mover, please?
Could I just have a point of clarification
Yes,
to the
certainly,
Chair?
Councillor.
Thank
Yes.
you, Mayor. I just want to know, with everybody that's in the Waitsfield area, a lot of people have been there a long time, has there been any sort of survey gone out to all the public there in Waitsfield on what is actually happening with the routes? Is there some feedback?
Yeah, certainly. I'll ask the Director Lee, Infrastructure, you'd like to just comment on that for me, please?
There's been actually quite a lot of consultation go on with the people in Ridgefield over a number of years, and what we will continue to, and most of them are really keen to have all of the roads and the drainage and parking and turning and all of those sorts of issues worked on. As we go through this project, as we undertake works, we will be then also going back to people and letting them know what we're up to, what the dates are. So for instance, we've got a big piece of work going on replacing a culvert in Harwell Way. We've actually gone and visited people, handed out notices, let them know what the work is, and that will be an ongoing way that we will be approaching Wedgefield because of its importance to local business.
Okay, thank you. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you, Councillor Gillingham. Okay, can I get mover, please? Councillor Turner, thank you. Can I have a seconder? Councillor Zilke, thank you. Are there any questions? Questions? Okay, as the motion is not opposed, I declare it carried absolute majority. (12.5) Executive Services, there is nil. Item 13, motions which previously has been given. 13.1, Councillor Coles, would you like to talk to this motion, please?
We have a council recommendation before us that the council requests the Town of Port Hedland officers to investigate the possibility of the Town of Port Hedland acquiring an all-terrain wheelchair. Can I have a mover, please?
Okay, Councillor Gillingham is a mover. Seconder.
Can I have a seconder?
Councillor Zilke was a seconder.
Is there anyone against this motion? Then, as the motion is not opposed, I declare a carried by simple majority. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Coles. Item 14, new business of urgent nature, late items, there is none. Item 15, matters which immediately may be closed, confidential matter. 15.1, Port Hedland Yacht Club. This matter is to be considered as a confidential matter under section 5.2E of the Local Government Act, and the Council is satisfied with the discussion of this matter and be open to the meeting would be a balance that counteract public interest and deals with the contract entered into, which may be entered into. The Local Government Act, which relates to the matter of discussion of the meeting, the matter if disclosed would be relevant information about the business, professional, commercial, financial affairs of the person were informed of this being held is about to be a person under the Local Government Act. So can we have a mover please to go into confidentiality, please? Councillor Zilke, thank you. Seconder, Councillor Christensen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to evacuate the gallery. Thank you very much, as this item will be a confidential matter. Thank you. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, the office recommendation for item number 15.1, the council resolution that 1, authorise the CEO and his delegate to participate in the vote in all Town of Port Hedland Yacht Club Corporated Administrator appointed PCYC creditors meeting forwarding terms of agreement that achieve the best financial outcome for the Town of Port Hedland. Number 2, vote in favour of the PHYC Inc. to be wound up and placed into administration and at creditors meeting scheduled for the 26th of May 2022.
Point of order.
Excuse me, not placed into administration, it's already there. Placed into liquidation, please.
Placed into liquidation. Liquidation, okay. Yep. Sorry. Okay, item number 3. Authorise the CEO to execute any required documents under the Local Government Act S9-49A4 that gives effect to any agreed terms. The motion was carried absolute majority. The new motion that council acknowledges the value and contribution to the Port Hedland Yacht Club to the community. Thank you. Item number 16, closure. 16.1, the date of the next council meeting. Council, that brings us to the end of the ordinary council meeting. The next council meeting will be held on the 30th of June 2022 at 5:30 p.m. 16.2, closure. With no further business, I declare the meeting closed at 7:10 p.m. I'd like to thank councillors, directors, chief of staff, and the new councillor. Thank you for coming.